Shalom. Before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh, and also as well, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well to this very day, that is still pushing this word on the forefront, continuing to push this word for years and years on end, and feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And also as well, Shalom to the Hof elect, much due honors to the sincere Akim, Tazadakim, that's continually laboring his work as well and spreading his ministry and this gospel to other members of the Hof elect in faith, in truth, and sincerity, and also in all charity. And the topic of this video is going to be entitled The Final Scene. All right, the final scene, in which the lives that we're living today, we are living right now in the final moments of this current kingdom, which is Babylon the Great. And these final days that we're living in, or this final moments that we're living in, all the people that you see today have a specific role to play. Okay, now, depending on the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he determines what each person's role is. Okay, so this whole notion of, people having free will or what have you, all right, that's nothing but a pipe dream. How do we know that? Because the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is in control of everything. Okay, you have to consider that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he's the powers, the ultimate powers of the heavens and the earth. All right. And it would be foolish to think that the Lord doesn't have any sort of control over the people that's here today. These people believe that this red man with a red jumpsuit with a pitchfork running around causing havoc across the planet Earth. And that the Lord has no power over them. And they're in this continual fight for a long period of time, and that's a part of this doctrine that's being pushed here in America, all right, which modern day Christianity teaches that. Okay, but the truth is that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has pre-planned everything that you see today, all right, and all the actors, all the cast members are here to this very day, all right, and because they're here to play their part in the final scene. Okay, that's why the Most High is known as the director. All right, the director of this movie that we're witnessing right now, that we're living in. Okay, and, like we always go into concerning the word God itself. All right, it goes to I believe it's the Greek, either Greek or the Latin. It's like I believe it is the Greek, where it goes to the word theo. All right, and that the word theo is a root word of the word theater. Okay, there's a reason why. It's because, again, the Most High is the director. All right, and he has placed everyone in their position and have created this final scene that you see today. Okay, and the last few seconds or the last few moments of this scene, all right, this movie, is the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is America. All right, that's the climax of this movie. All right, and the Most High is making sure that this is dramatic. Okay, so the fall of this kingdom, all right, which concludes the story, all right, is going to be overly dramatic. Okay, this is what's going to top all the past historical events that took place, and this time that we're coming into is going to be known for ages. All right, it tells you that in the book of Jeremiah, chapter the 16th chapter. It tells you that the Lord liveth, who brought out the children of Israel out of the land of the north. Okay, and that's going to be noised abroad for generations on top of generations. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the precepts I have here. First I want to grab Ezekiel chapter 3, and this is at verse 16. It says, moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. Okay, so right now on the planet Earth today, this is known as the place of judgment. Okay, because you read further in more scriptures, it tells you. Actually, if you read in the book of 2nd Esdras, it tells you that once a person dies, they return to the spirit world, right? And then afterwards, they come back and serve their judgment in the flesh. Okay, and actually, I'm gonna go ahead and grab it real quick. Like it, bear with me. It's been a little while since we brought out this precept. All right, it's book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 14, and this is at verse 35. It says, "For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again." See, so. After death, then comes the judgment, okay? When we shall live again, all right? When you die, you go into the spirit world, all right? You are given your sentence, and then you come back in the flesh, and you serve out your judgment, okay? And reading on, it says, "And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared." And that's what's happening today, okay? The names of the righteous are now being made manifest, all right? And it's really going to be pronounced when the Lord comes back and delivers us out of Babylon the Great, okay? And it also says here that the works of the ungodly shall be declared, and they are being declared, okay? And they're being declared through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua by way of the men of the Lord that's bringing out the works that they are performing, okay? Because there's countless atrocities that the wicked perform and puts out into the atmosphere. All right, and the wicked that the Bible speaks of is a particular nation, and that nation is Esau, Edom. All right, in which Edom is the true biblical nationality of the so-called white man. Okay, and what he has done throughout his career. In his rulership, he has completely destroyed this planet Earth and the people that are in it by way of his rulership. Okay? So now his works are being declared. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and jump back to Ecclesiastes chapter 3. And continuing back at I'm starting at verse 16 again. It says, "And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there." Right. So, like I read earlier in 2nd Esdras, the 14th chapter, once a person dies, they go back into the spirit world for a time, and then they come back and serve their judgment. Okay. And this time right now, in this current kingdom, this is the place of judgment. All right, everyone's going to be judged according to their works. Because if you read further, verse 17, it says, "I said in mine heart, the Most High shall judge the righteous and the wicked." Okay, for there is a time there for every purpose and for every work. All right, so like I was mentioning at the beginning of the video, there is a purpose to the reason why people are here doing what they're doing. Why? Because they're right now they are doing the bidding of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Okay, whether it's good or whether it's evil. Actually, let me go from there. Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. All right, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, and this is at verse 14. It says, "For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment." Okay, every single thing that's done here on the planet Earth. All right, the Lord's going to bring that into judgment. Right, whether with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. See, because the Lord's going to reward every single person for the things that they have done in the body. All right. I think there's another scripture that actually says that. It's like it. Yeah, here it is. Yep. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. It says, "For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahushua." And what's the judgment seat? All right. The judgment seat is talking about these bodies. All right. This is the judgment seat. Why? Because in these bodies, you are subject to different kinds of ailments, to the elements, and these bodies are littered with nerve endings. Okay, and that's the way that the Lord designed these bodies. He designed these bodies to feel every single thing that you're near or touch. Okay, because at any given moment, you can slip and fall, break your leg. Might get injured. And the whole nine. Okay, these bodies are frail, man, when you really look at it. Okay, and the Lord has specifically made these bodies to be that way. Why? Because this is the judgment seat. Okay, any little thing can happen, but the way that the Lord designed these bodies is for the time to come, which is the judgment was going to be placed here in America, which is by way of thermonuclear fire. Because when that fire hits America, all right, and this land is completely swept by those flames, the people that are here, they're going to feel every single degree of that fire that's being here or that's being felt here. Okay, and the Lord's going to make sure that they stay within those bodies and feel every single second and every single degree of those flames, man. Okay, the Lord's not going to just allow these people to just feel it and then just die, within a matter of seconds. No, the Lord's going to make sure that that's a long, excruciating pain. It tells you in the second Esdras that the ones who have loathed His law but yet had liberty, all right, the same must know it after death by pain. Okay, so that's a terrible death, man. Okay, and the Lord is the one, and here's what adds on to the fear, because the Lord is the one who is the one who calls up your spirit. Okay, so the Lord at any given time can call up a person's spirit, but the Lord can just leave that spirit in there to feel everything. Okay, there's been accounts to where people have been injured so much to the point to where you think that they die right then and there. But no, the Lord, leaves that spirit within that body until the Lord decides to call it back up. Okay. So I'm reading it again, verse 10. It says, "For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahushua, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to he hath done, whether it be good or bad." Okay. Which is recanting what's being said in Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. Okay. And again, every single person that the Lord has created, they're going to be here today to witness that. All right. So the ones who have died, right, they're going to be back. All right. They're going to be back to witness the return of Yahushua. It tells you in Revelation, the 1st chapter, that every eye shall see Him. So every single person's got to be back here in this time to witness the return of Yahushua. Okay. Now let me grab a couple of more precepts. Should be the book of Joel. Yep. It's the book of Joel, chapter 2. And this is at verse, start at verse 2. It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. It's talking about the day of judgment. Okay? So that's going to be the time where the Lord is going to allow that fire to sweep through America. And again, it's going to be done by way of thermonuclear fire. Okay? Reading on, it says, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Right? And that strong, that great and strong people that it's talking about is talking about the missiles. Okay? Because if you read on, it tells you in verse 3, it says, a fire devour before them. Okay? And that's the device that the Lord's going to use to bring that fire. Okay? So again, it says, a fire devour before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, right? As you can see, if you look around, America, you see all these big skyscrapers, these are tall buildings, these structures that Esau put together. And, these different glitz and glamours that you see here in America. So this land is as a Garden of Eden to these people. Okay? And Eden, that word Eden goes back to the Hebrew word Idun, which means paradise. Okay, so this is a paradise to these people. So before them, all right, before the missiles make their way here, this land is as a paradise to these people. Okay? But reading on, it says, and behind them, right, after they perform their work and those missiles set out to do what the Lord intended those missiles to do, which is destroy America, all right, it says what? Behind them a desolate wilderness. Okay? So this land is going to go from paradise to a desolate wilderness, a desert wasteland. Okay? And that's countless scriptures speaking about that, how this place is going to be compared to the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, which was destroyed by fire and brimstone. Okay? And lo and behold, here you have Pride Month. The same spirit that was residing in Sodom and Gomorrah, man, that sodomitish spirit. Okay? And reading on, and this is the point that I want to grab. It says, and nothing shall escape them. Okay? So everything you see here in this current society, this rulership, this city, which again is known as Babylon the Great, nothing's going to escape these missiles, man. That's why the only way out of this current destruction is by way of the Lord Yahweh Shai, and it's going to be by way of his chariots. Okay? So the only one, and there are certain ones who are going to escape that. Okay? Who are of the righteous. Okay? Again, like I mentioned earlier, it said that there's a reward for the righteous and the wicked. Okay? The righteous is going to receive their just reward, which is what? Salvation. And the wicked is going to receive their just reward, which is destruction and death. Okay? Great death. All right? So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close that on that note. I believe that hits the point. I thought I had two more scriptures, but I only had one left in the chamber. Okay? So with that pretty much is the point. Lord's will was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Till next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well to this day. And shalom, peace and safety, and salutations to the whole elect that's continuing to plow in this work, continuing to bring forth out this ministry, and continuing to teach this word in all sincerity and truth and all charity, giving your diligence to make your carnal election sure. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.